Morning, guys. Ready. So flip zone failed. That's been proven here. And now we're getting into more of the extremity. This is where the actual liquidity take was. So let's map this guy across like this. Now, order flow is sort of flowing here bullish. It's worth noting that I'm not going to do all of my notations here, but to a certain degree, we had some supply that turned into demand down in this region here. This actually acts as an extreme as well as a flip zone. You can see that there was a take on liquidity. So this gives some validity to our setup. Now, this will likely prove to have a decent reaction. Now, whether or not it ends up taking out these equals that we've just produced is obviously yet to be determined. Very, very hard to say. We are reacting to the higher time frame demand zone over to the left-hand side. So now we do have equals to sort of target, equals to sort of target. So probably this is kind of like our last chance to really drive into demand here and then produce a new high from a structure standpoint. So where we're sitting right now structurally, so let's just go like this, structure points, and let's go like this. Excuse my voice, I literally just rolled out of bed about 15 minutes ago and probably should have went to bed a lot earlier than I did. Got sucked into the TikTok, deep into the TikTok last night. Yeah, so right now the trend or structure is sort of sitting here as well, right? And so this is kind of like H4 structure. This is M15 structure, these points right here. So the relevant ones to our trade idea are the internal ones. So you could actually get rid of these if you really wanted to, but just to identify, this is more of like the 4-hour leg now, just the way that things have developed. We're obviously within the range, like this is the structural range, and then we have sort of substructure in between. But this is what the market is suggesting, right? Like, I mean, ideally, we have to remember that the market, short of looking at this supply, we're suggesting that this structure won't be breached and that this high will be essentially broken, right? So basically what this looks like is we have this demand, we have this demand, we actually have 3 demands that we could possibly sort of make moves off of, but this is the first one that we would probably look to consider. So POI must break structure, must take opposing liquidity, so that does that. POI must be in the premium or the discount of the leg. So this one might actually be invalidated now that I'm thinking of it, but this is where relevant structure, and you know what I mean, like we're in the discount of the leg on the continuation, so I would consider this a valid POI. POI must build lower time frame liquidity before the POI. Yet to be determined, right? We'll have to look at the lower time frames just to see if we end up building anything in and around this level. Ideally, we want to see some sort of equals, maybe have a chalk up, but then kind of fling down into here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And this would be a pro trend, pro order flow move coming from here, moving up. So pro trend, pro order flow. That demand box goes, order flow turns bearish. That's right. Exactly. So then we would be we would technically be trading counter trend, but we would obviously be then into a pro order flow state with the change of character, right? So that's the only way to kind of interpret this. Order flow would in fact shift here because we are reacting to relevant supply. So we would consider that a true order flow shift. And if you look at this, like we've built sort of like inducement into the POY, ideally we want to see that shift, come back up, probably look at a potential flip zone or anything of that nature. Now, remember that like, this is where I need to get a model. I'm going to work on a model today that aligns with 4 hour. For pro trend 4 hour, but technically counter trend M15, so that we can capitalize on these moves as well. Because right now I don't have a clear model for that. It's very difficult to like word that properly. So I would still probably take trades in here just because it's at an extreme sort of area structure point. I'll get into that today. I'll look at dissecting that and putting another model into the counter trend flow chart. Everybody with me so far? So like I said, like we're pro. We're pro trend, pro order flow in here. This one was tough with the 4 hour having some strong supply, but the M15 being so bullish. Yeah, exactly. So right now, pro trend, pro order flow, if we want to take trades from here. If we want to take trades from down here, we would be pro trend, but counter order flow. So we would need to see a shift in order flow on the 15. If we want to take supply trades or sell trades, we need to see a shift in order flow in the form of a change of character, which would then create a POY up here to then come down and hopefully have some sort of equal lows to kind of target. Pretty simple. Everybody with me? There's only 3 ones here. We've got 19 people. Cool. So that's it. I mean, I'm going to be trying to step away from doing like the 10, 15, 20-minute long pre-New York narratives in the future. I want to give you the facts. I want to always keep it this way just because really this should be the easiest part of the day to kind of digest. And the idea behind doing these is to, give you some clarity as to like where we sit on the respective flow charts, right? There's always going to be a bullish and a bearish scenario. Or more often than not, there's going to be a bullish and a bearish scenario. So, like I said, just to recap, if we want to take sells, can we take sells right now where we sit? We can't, based on the fact that we don't have a chalk, right? We don't have an order flow shift. So order flow shifts like this, we are still trading counter trend unless this breaks, right? If this broke down like this, we would be pro trend. And we would be coming back up into here. So we'd be pro trend, and depending on what it looks like in here, we'd be pro or counter order flow. But the bottom line is to keep this as simple as possible. If we want to take longs, we're pro trend, pro order flow from here. We are pro trend, counter order flow from here. So we need a 15-minute chalk here. And if we want to take sells, the only valid level to take a sell from is once order flow shifts, takes out this low, ideally mitigates this, comes back up, and then aligns with our entry criteria at the extremity or at potentially a flip zone. Cool. Awesome. I'll see you guys around 1 p.m. Eastern. I might actually start moving this to 12. Are there any problems with moving it to 12? If that's okay with you, please leave a 1. If not, leave a 2. It's better. Consider it done. Yeah, I think that's probably a universal better time for anybody who's working 9 to 5. Okay, consider it done. We're going to start doing these at 12 instead. So just remember that these are sort of designed to do a trade recap. Ideally, if we take a trade, right? With that being said, of course, make sure that you have compile your questions, right? Compile your questions over the day, write them down. If you have chart specific stuff, it's always easier to answer chart specific stuff with a call as opposed to some screenshots where we gotta kind of banter back and forth. Not that I don't like doing that, but it gives us more of like a one-on-one sort of idea and puts us in the spotlight in front of everybody else. So personally, that's like my preferred method to kind of articulate what it is that I'm looking for. So anyways, take that for what it is. If you guys wouldn't mind, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'll see you at 12 p.m. I'm going to do the announcement shortly when I come back from the gym, and we'll start at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead. So have a good trading session, guys. Just remember, follow the rules. The rules are designed to keep you on the winning side of the market. And if you don't want to follow them, just remember, you got nobody to blame but yourself. These are very, very carefully, sort of manicured rules to be very easy to interpret. Don't screw it up. Have a good session, and we'll see you guys in a couple hours. Bye-bye.